For a few seconds, he stared at the red and white stripes and 50 stars on the field of blue. Then he took a deep breath and signed the paper. It was midnight. The white bus stopped in front of a yellow building. His head was bowed on his knees. A drill instructor asked him to hand in his papers and exit the bus, lining up on the yellow footprints. For the next 3 months, he slept on a cot and woke up every morning at 5 o'clock. His day consisted of yelling push-ups, yelling pull-ups, yelling running, yelling crawling, yelling shooting, yelling cleaning, and more yelling. He lost 20 pounds. His body barely functioned, and his mind was dulled by pain. The light at the end of the tunnel was ever so faint. But on the day when he stood on that parade deck, with his family and friends in the audience, proudly wearing his well-earned dress blues, the feeling of pride and great accomplishment elated his spirit and overshadowed his physical and mental exhaustion. That was the day when my husband earned the title of U.S. Marine. This is one of many examples when through perseverance, hard work, discipline, and patience, you achieve one of the greatest honors in life. Many of you had to go through similar experience. Now, how would you feel if everyone who signed up but didn't complete the training got the privilege to be called a U.S. Marine, a sailor, an airman, a soldier, merely for trying? Unlike military, our schools reward our children for making an effort, whether it comes to sports or academics. Many psychologists, like Dr. Joe Evans from University of Nebraska, argue that participation trophies encourage children to participate more in sports, that they make them feel better about themselves and make them feel valued. That may be true to a certain point. However, you may ask, well, why is it important? As early as 3 years old, children start to learn the importance of values by observing parents and their mentors. In most families, both parents work on average 8 hours a day. That means that more than half a day of the child's life is spent in educational establishment. It also means that teachers and mentors have an equivalent, if not greater, impact on child's perception of important life's values and concepts. Concepts such as having a good work ethic, having the desire to work hard to achieve their goals, having patience, having the ability to deal with failures, and having the knowledge that no matter what, they always have our support and guidance. So by showing recognition with participation trophies, are we, as a society, inadvertently telling our children that they should expect recognition for even small and basic efforts? How would this translate into their adult life? Would they expect to be recognized for turning up to work on time or coming to work at all? Is this the standard of work ethic we want them to learn? So when it comes to work ethic, having the right attitude is everything. Our society expects people to respect established social norms, such as contract obligations, which includes coming to work on time and doing the basics of your job. Forbes magazine states that employers are searching for positive, enthusiastic people who show up for work on time, who are dressed and prepared properly, who go out of their way and add value and do more than what's required of them. Do you think that participation certificates teach our children to go out of their way and contribute more than what's required of them? Well, you would say, okay, work ethic is important, but how to teach our children to work hard? Well, one of the ways to do so is to show them that anything worth having requires hard work. It's very easy to ask someone else to do the job for you. However, it does not provide the same level of satisfaction and appreciation for the work done if you would have done it yourself. Take, for example, Alicia. She runs to help raise funds to support Canadians' leading first aid charity. Running a marathon requires a lot of hard work and training. You may not win the marathon, but sheer ability to withstand such physical training is a great accomplishment in itself. In Alicia's case, she runs to help save lives. So when it comes to working hard to achieve your goals, the ability to be patient is paramount to success. In fact, scientists from Berkeley University discovered that patience increases our ability to fight daily stresses and help manage negative emotions. In turn, it helps make sound judgments and better life choices. And who would not want their children to make good and sound decisions in their lives? But as life goes, every journey has its ups and downs. But our ability to deal with failures plays a crucial role when it comes to having the right work ethic. Sometimes I look at losing as winning, because you gain something more than a great feeling of achievement and pride. You gain wisdom and an opportunity to reflect and become better at what you do. Losing teaches an important lesson. After all, a person can't be good at everything. But one of the main aspects that psychologists argue regarding participation trophies is that they make children feel better about themselves and make them feel valued. Perhaps. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the feeling of love and belonging precedes esteem needs and feeling of accomplishment. This means that before children are ready to venture out and play sports and be motivated to win something, they need to have the emotional support and confidence in their abilities. They need to know that no matter what, they will always be loved and supported. So while doing research for this presentation, I was suggested a book by Mike Adams called Eighth Place Ribbon, A Generation of Wussies. He gives examples of many well-known sports and describes the impact of no winners, no losers concept. In the beginning of his book, I found a paragraph that summarized the concept behind participation trophies. In this particular example, he talks about academic grades, but it still applies. When you don't have to work hard to attain a grade, then you didn't really earn anything. If you didn't put in the effort to earn it, then most likely you didn't even learn it. So when you apply it later outside of the shelter of what has become the educational system, you will have higher than average probability of failure, simply based on what knowledge you have on the subject going into your endeavor. So instead of giving our children trophies and certificates for participation, let's teach them that when it comes to winning, their attitude is what matters most. Let's teach them that anything valuable and important requires hard work. Let's teach them to be patient and that they cannot have everything they want right away. Let's teach them that losing is an opportunity to grow and improve. And lastly, let's show them that no matter what and how many times they stumble, we will be there to reassure them, guide them, and support them every step of the way.